The intro. Hey travelers and adventure seekers, have you ever landed in a new country and felt like everything was upside down? Finding yourself confused by local customs and traditions? Or maybe you just couldn't figure out what to order at a restaurant? Well, that's culture shock, and today we're going to tackle it on. But first, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. Now let's dive right into how to navigate culture shock when traveling. And main content. First, it's important to understand what culture shock is. Culture shock happens when you're exposed to a new environment with unfamiliar social norms. It can be overwhelming, but it's also completely normal. Phase 1 is often called the honeymoon phase. Everything is new, exciting, and interesting. But then reality sets in. This is when you start noticing the differences, foods, languages, behaviors. And this can lead to feelings of frustration or confusion. Now let's talk about some practical tips you can use to handle culture shock. Tip 1. Do your research. Before you travel, take time to read about the country. What are the local customs? What are the do's and don'ts? For example, in Japan, it's common to bow when greeting someone. In Italy, meals can last for hours. Understanding these small things can help you feel more prepared. Tip 2. Learn basic phrases. Trying to speak the local language can go a long way. Learn to say hello, thank you, and sorry. Even if you mispronounce a word, locals will appreciate your effort. It also makes navigating day-to-day life easier. Tip 3. Immerse yourself. Don't just stay in tourist areas, venture out. Go to local markets. Eat at traditional restaurants. Talk to local people. The more you expose yourself, the quicker you'll adapt. Tip 4. Take care of yourself. Feeling overwhelmed? It's okay to take a break. Spend some time at your hotel or find a quiet cafe. Relax and recharge. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Tip 5. Find expat communities. Look for expat groups or clubs. These communities can be great for advice and support. They've gone through what you're experiencing and can offer valuable insights. Story time! Let me share a quick personal story. On my first trip to Thailand, I was bewildered by the street food. Everything looked so delicious, but so different. By talking to locals and other travelers, I gradually found my favorites. And guess what? Those initial feelings of confusion turned into some of my best travel memories. Handling reverse culture shock. Did you know you can feel culture shock when you return home? That's called reverse culture shock. You might miss the daily routines you got used to abroad, or find it strange to adapt back to your home country's ways. The tips for handling reverse culture shock are pretty similar. Stay connected with people who shared your journey. Give yourself time to readjust, and maybe start planning your next trip. Outro. So there you have it, my top tips for navigating culture shock when traveling. It's a big world out there with so much to learn, enjoy, and experience. Remember, feeling out of place is part of the adventure. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends who might be planning their next adventure, and comment below with your own culture shock experiences or tips. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more travel guides and tips. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy travel.